Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at 6 starts now.
I'm Mara McDonald, live in Warren. Take a look. 8 months is what Macomb County officials say is the time frame that diesel fuel has been leaking into the Bear Creek drain. Tonight, the cleanup is on.
As the deadline looms to keep her son on life support.
There's always the hope that they're going to come back there. Nobody knows how long it takes. Bobby's going to be a living miracle.
Her cries fuel her fight.
I love him so much, and I can't lose my baby.
Tonight, Michigan Medicine issuing an in-depth response to the unrelenting pleas of a heartbroken mother. Yeah, that emotional story of Sarah Jones, an Ash Township mother fighting to keep her child on life support, tops our show here at 6 o'clock.
Right now, the family is meeting with attorneys in the PICU of Mott Children's Hospital to plan another court battle to keep life support going. But as Paula Tutman reports, the hospital is now releasing its response and strategy.
The question before the court right now, are we talking about life support or artificial life? Mott's Children's Hospital in Ann Arbor filed paperwork today essentially asking the courts to stop the stays and allow them to do what they say is appropriate. Do a second round of tests to confirm that 14-year-old Bobby Reyes is brain dead and then be allowed to disconnect him from advanced life support. In a 40-page court document with 3 exhibits and 20 reasons why it is no longer appropriate to keep the Downriver boy on advanced life support, the hospital states Bobby's parents have failed to show a likelihood of success on the merits, continuing to state that Bobby currently suffers from an irreversible cessation of all functions of the entire brain, including the brain stem, and that the determination was made in accordance with accepted medical standards. According to the Michigan Determination of Death Act, Bobby is considered legally dead. The family has been fighting the diagnosis in court and in the court of public opinion since Bobby was declared brain dead September 25th after suffering an asthma attack and cardiac arrest. The family has maintained that their faith is strong and they are waiting for a miracle. What's the difference that you're noticing?
He's still here. They told us he wouldn't make it past 2 days. And they told me all his organs were damaged and he wasn't going to make it. And now all his organs are fine. They told me his brain was going to leak out of the base of his skull because it was swollen because of the no oxygen, and that hasn't happened. His liver was bad, and it's repairing itself. His thyroid levels are normal, which we talked to some doctors and says that means there's brain activity.
But the hospital says it is not a miracle keeping the child alive. It is machinery that continues to keep Bobby's heart beating, blood circulating, organs working. Saying in the court documents, the standards have not been met, nor can they be, to continue the restraining order that keeps the hospital from pulling the plug.
We have doctors here also that are going to show our side that Bobby is not brain dead and all the reasons, and I'm going to continue to fight. I'm not stopping.
All parties meet in court tomorrow for a final decision. Paula Tutman, Local 4.
All right, Paula, the parents have continued to search for a facility willing to accept Bobby as a patient.
Yeah, their attempts have been unsuccessful so far.
Well, the forecast finally realized it is fall, and temps are falling even further.
Yeah, that's right. And you may need to take action to protect your plants from the chilly weather. Ben is here with the frost advisories in effect all over southeast Michigan, really.
Yeah, guys, the temperatures just keep going in one direction. We can't seem to get any sort of recovery out of this. In fact, right now we're barely at 50 degrees. There is a little bit of sunshine out there, but it is not a lot. So we will be seeing these numbers fall, especially since the clouds are taking off tonight. That's why those frost advisories are in effect. Temperatures going to fall to the 30s in the entire area. Usually the first time we see frost, it's just sort of maybe in the north zone or some of our outlying areas, but this is everybody. 2 to 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. As Kim mentioned, if you've got plants that you want them to live to see another day, either cover them up or bring them inside if they're in pots or buckets. So we'll be looking at that. Fog potential for tomorrow morning, but there is warmer temperatures. There are warmer temperatures in the forecast, and we'll check it out in just a few minutes. Kim?
Okay, Ben. Breaking news now from the west side of the state. That's where a fifth person has died from Eastern equine encephalitis, or Triple E. Triple E has been confirmed in 10 people here in the state of Michigan. Even though it's a bit frosty outside, and Ben told you about the frost advisories, the risk of Triple E remains high. Health officials are urging everyone to continue to take precautions until a hard frost happens.
The cleanup is underway in Warren tonight after the Macomb County of Public Works determined old diesel fuel was leaking into the Bear Creek drain, as you can see in this video. Our Mara McDonald is live in Warren tonight. Mara, as you mentioned a moment ago, the leak has been under investigation for the last 8 months.
Jace, it's been hard to pinpoint where this stuff is coming from. Take a look down the hill here. Do you see all these PVC pipes? These are all monitoring wells. And if you talk to the gas station owner, I'm standing on a hill where a gas station is above here. If you talk to the gas station owner, he'll tell you it's not coming from my property, but it's coming from somewhere. Macomb County Public Works has been aggressively monitoring the county drains, and about 8 months ago realized there was a sizable amount of what they think is old diesel fuel leaking into the Bear Creek drain.
County asked for everything, the state, the county, everybody here, and took a look to find out what's the problem, where they're coming from. They can't find any problem from our side.
Ahmad Al-Zain owns this BP gas station where state and county monitors have been searching for the last 8 months to determine where this leak is coming from. Al-Zain himself hired a consultant to test where it was coming from, and while he says testing shows his current tanks are fine, there's got to be something somewhere here that is leaking old diesel fuel. The county itself says Al-Zain has been very helpful in trying to pinpoint the leak.
We have to work together. We have to, finish this problem because it's stressed me out.
Back here live, expect to see Macomb County Public Works Commissioner Candace Miller out here tomorrow detailing their findings about where this diesel fuel is coming from. And you can see they've got a boom down there. They're doing their best to clean it up so you never have this issue again. We're live in Warren tonight. I'm Mara McDonald, Local 4.
Yeah. All right, Mara. Kim?
A student is in custody after East Point police say he threatened to shoot up the high school. They also say a pellet gun was found in a backpack. Larry Spruill takes a closer look at what exactly happened and also has reaction from impacted families.
School officials tell me everything happened earlier this morning here at East Point High School when they got a call about a potential threat. They then called authorities, and then the police jumped right into action. Things are quiet here at East Point High School on Monday, but hours before, a different story. District officials tell me an 8th grade student brought an airsoft pistol to school. Police say he threatened to shoot the place up, forcing the building to go into a temporary lockdown.
My grandson called. He was ready to go home. I was shocked. I jumped out the bed because I thought I had to come get my grandson.
Norma Hill, one of many who got a robocall and email from the school informing them about the situation.
And that's foul, and I'm glad that they got the young man because people come here for their education. They don't come here to feel threatened.
I'm up here to pick up my granddaughter right now.
Walter Price says he feels the administration handled things correctly.
It's not a bad school. It's a good school. It's just that some kids do bad things.
A spokesperson with East Point Schools tells me the student is now in custody. And I did speak with police, and they did confirm that they are investigating this case at this very moment, but they would not go into details more than that. So we're live tonight. Larry Spruill, Local 4.
Striking UAW members remain on the picket lines today, 29 days into the strike against General Motors. Striking workers now getting $25 more a week in strike pay as we learn what's left for negotiators to agree on. The main issues are pay and health care. Right now, progression to top pay currently takes 8 years. The proposal is 4 years. Temporary workers would qualify for new raises and bonuses in 2 of those 4 years to full pay. And General Motors is offering better health care to workers at no extra cost. We'll continue to follow any developments that happen in talks and bring you those here immediately and online at clickondetroit.com.
And as the strike continues, the economic effect keeps trickling down to families. Nick Davidson owns a small auto body shop in Diamonddale near Lansing, and he says he lost $6,000 last month and expects to lose more as the strike wears on. He says those losses are because he can't get parts from GM and also because customers affected by the strike can't afford service.
I had 3 customers that had to back out in the last month because they're being affected by the strike. 2 people that worked at the GM plant, and then another one that just drove semi for a subcontractor that delivered GM parts.
Yeah, well, Davison says even if the strike were to end this week, he wouldn't see anything immediately, but he hopes it ends quickly so people can catch up on their bills and get ready for Christmas. Time now for a check of the national stories you'll see ahead at 6:30 on NBC Nightly News.
Lester Holt joins us live from New York City with a preview. Hi, Lester.
Hey, Jason and Kim, coming up, our report from inside Syria, where there is chaos and shifting loyalties amid the attack continuing by Turkey. Plus, my exclusive interview with Cyntoia Brown-Long, whose murder sentence was commuted after a celebrity-backed social media campaign.
And Lester, did that campaign and all the attention worry Cyntoia at all?
It actually did. She tells me she was a bit afraid that the attention would hurt her chances of getting clemency. We're going to show you tonight some never-before-seen photos of her first moments of freedom, and we'll share what she is doing now when we see you ahead on Nightly News.
All right, we look forward to that. We'll see you in about 20 minutes. Thanks, Lester. Still to come, Michigan State University finds itself in some costume controversy.
What the school did that has some students troubled and other students pleased. But first, the hunt is on for these suspected criminals, what they're accused of doing that has a community on edge.
Forget Gina Davis and Rosie O'Donnell. I met one of the real-life players.
I was excited because there was quite a few girls there, you know, trying out for these 2 teams.
As the MLB playoffs continue, let's take a look back at the ladies who made sure the sport didn't die during the war and how one local woman in particular was a part of changing history. Tonight at 11.
You've had their pizza, turbo crust, 8 corners and more, but do you know the people and the story behind it all? I sit down with the Jets family, Tasty Tuesdays, 6 a.m.